All right. Hello, everyone. I think I'm live. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? I see we have some people watching. I'll just say the energy has been a bit intense, but today I definitely felt like the energy shifting where it feels a little bit lighter. I feel like we're on the precipice of some good news. Yeah, Flex says very bad weather here in Texas. I'm sorry, Fleck. Lots of bad storms, unfortunately. All right. So today I will be looking at your political and current event questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and write them in the chat, all caps, couple of heart emojis or emojis to catch my attention, and I will get to as many as possible. Just a couple housekeeping. I did have a cancellation for a session tomorrow afternoon. I'm Eastern time, so it might be morning depending on where you're at. But if anybody's interested in that cancellation, I don't think you can book it on my website. So send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com or kevin@kevinslovingvibrations.com. I have both emails in the description box. And I have a bunch of openings for June. So if you're looking for a reading or a Reiki session, combination of both, or um, whatever. I have a lot of openings for June, so go to my website kevinslovingvibrations.com and sign up if you're interested. I just want to say tomorrow night we have our members live. So for our members at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will be doing our mini personal readings, and I will be picking a winner for a free reading or Reiki session for the members tomorrow night as well. So if anybody's interested in that, we'd love to have you. We offer the one live stream with the mini personal readings, a drawing for a free reading or Reiki session, and then I do another live stream, group healing, Reiki session, and prayer circles. So some things I'm offering with that. And then I believe Thursday night Mel should be on my channel. So um, lots going on, a lot of fun to unfold here on the channel. All right, you guys, let me get some of these questions started. It was a hot Memorial Day in Florida. I bet it was, Sally. It wasn't too bad here. We got a lot of rain, but for me and my husband's family's picnics, the rain held out. So, but it wasn't too hot. It was hot right before. Oh yeah, I saw Trump getting booed at the um, libertarian conference. That was hilarious. Yeah, but I just have a positive feeling, you guys. I feel like we're going to get some good news here very soon. Not saying that it's all going to be light for the end of this month and into June, because I do feel like we have some stuff that we're going through, but I feel like some unexpected good news coming in. I don't know exactly what. Maybe it's with this trial in New York, but something's going on. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Oh yeah, and I heard all the kids except for Ivanka was at his hearing today. We're gonna take a look, see um, how the jury viewed the defense's closing statements and how they view the prosecutors. But I feel the prosecutors are going to do a really good job. All right, you guys. Please do me a favor. Please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. I do mostly live shows, so if you want to get notified, please click on the notification bell and ask to be notified for all videos. And it will. I think it tells you about 30 minutes before that I'm going live. All right. Yeah, we need some good news. I agree, you guys. The energy's been really crazy and heavy lately. So, all right. Lots of questions coming in. Do the thumbs up disappear into the new format? I didn't know that, Gloria. I don't think I said something bad was going to happen on 5/25. I think, no, I was reading with Susan, and she said an astrologer was saying that he had some bad things, I think, on the 25th. But I did not say felt something bad. But when we were getting into the energy, felt like him getting annoyed. But I think it was that libertarian conference is what I was picking up. All right. All right, so let's take a look. Sweetie darling Lulu wants to know, how will the jury take the closing statement from each side? Let's throw some cards. Like I said, I feel like the jury's been kind of over the defense. They did not like how they attacked and got so aggressive with Stormy Daniels. I don't think that they followed a lot because Blanche is kind of all over the place. It wasn't like very clear direction of his questioning, and the only defense witness that was put up there made an ass out of himself. So, and I feel like the prosecutors are, making it very clear, direct, focused, closing statement. But let's see what the cards have to say. Hey, Deanne, good to see you, my friend. All right, how is the jury going to view the defense's closing statements? They were bored with it, you guys, and they think it was very calculated, very kind of sneaky. I think they saw through what the defense was. All right, let's see. How do they view the prosecution's closing statements? I don't want you guys to worry about the Florida case. I keep telling you, and I still feel the way, Eileen Loose Cannon will be removed. I don't know why anybody's surprised. We know whose side Cannon is on. Is it infuriating? Yes, but I see Jack Smith is building up his case, and he's going to get her removed from the case. And I said it felt like the summer, so it doesn't feel like it's quite yet. It feels like it's a little bit of time still, but I can throw some cards on it for you, like. All right, the jury. How are they going to view the prosecutor's closing statement? Yeah, we got a good surprise coming in. I think they're ready to move on. I get better cards for the prosecutors. You have the Chariot, so there's quick movement, momentum, victory for the prosecution. I feel like the people are just kind of tired. They're ready to move on with their lives, but there's a bit of empowered energy towards the prosecution. Good news, good surprises, and moving into calmer waters, ready to move on. For the defense, the Two of Swords came out, so there might be one person that may be stuck on the defense. And I've often said I feel like there's a woman that will eventually come around, but maybe, is a bit of a holdout for a little while. Because this is a card of feeling conflicted. Information coming out. They're bored. They're not excited or happy with the defense, and they thought that they were calculated, sneaky. So I think that they saw right past it. So, and I was feeling like the pendulum was saying at our last week's show, I think with Lori, that they were going to come to their verdict in beginning of June. But I almost feel like it. I feel like it may be like by Friday this week, Thursday, Friday. So, so it might be very end of May. Yeah, that's true too. Jury felt disrespectful, like he wasn't taking it seriously. They all have to be there, and then nobody wants to really be there, but he's sleeping and could care less. Yeah, that would irritate me too. All right. Yes, I saw that a rubber chicken in the store this morning and had to play with it and started laughing. My husband thought it was funny also. Yeah, wasn't it RFK Jr. at the Libertarian event? He spoke before Trump, and he was giving all the libertarians rubber chicken because he wanted them to squeak it and call Trump a chicken because he wouldn't debate RFK Jr. during his speech. But I guess the Secret Service took him and wouldn't allow them in the auditorium, which I don't know how they have the right to just take people's stuff. But anyway, I thought that that was kind of funny. All right. We'll just do a quick pendulum for this. Will E. Jean Carroll sue Trump again? I know she was looking into it, but I haven't heard him pushing her lately. Mm. All right. That's the pendulum. Will E. Jean Carroll sue Donald Trump again in the future? I'm getting a yes. It's kind of quiet right now, but I'm sure as he continues to lose it, he'll start talking about her again and probably get thrown right back in there. You would think he's learned his lesson, but he can't help himself. He did on Truth Social this week. I know that doesn't surprise me. I hadn't heard anything, but mm. Is Tiffany helping her father with money? Not surprised she was there, but I was hoping she was smarter than that. No, I don't see her helping her dad out with money. I got a no as soon as I read that, Marie. And it's kind of I think she's just there for optics. I don't really see her and her dad super close. It's like we're wrapping up. I think it's very telling though that Ivanka, and that's really his favorite. In the past anyway, I think that they've had some issues since he's left the presidency and aren't on the best speaking terms now. But um, you know, getting all the kids there just to kind of show some kind of support. I don't believe Melania was there. Shocker there too, um, but no, I don't see her being very close with her dad. Yeah, and I saw Robert De Niro and um, the Capitol Police, Harry Dunn, and I don't remember the other guy's name. I saw that they were there and kind of counter protesting at the New York trial. I heard some commotion, but I felt like it was mostly from the people that want Trump convicted. I don't think he has a lot of supporters there. He keeps saying for his like his Bronx event that there were 100,000 people there, and there was maybe 1 or 2,000. I think a lot of people were local and just kind of checked it out and left. But he's got this big ego, and it always has to have the most crowds. I mean, remember when he was inaugurated, he said that this was like record breaking, and he was stealing photos from Obama inauguration. It's just I don't get it. All right, we'll look at this one. I got your question, Jeffrey. I'll do that next. Will the jury convict on felony or misdemeanor charges? Well, I did hear right before I went live that the defense kind of snuck something in and was saying the jury couldn't find him guilty or send him to jail or something. But that would be up to the judge. The judge said so. I don't know if they just vote and then the judge determines the sentencing. I think is how it goes. I'm feeling a felony. Will the jury convict on felony charges in the Donald Trump hush money case? I'm getting a yes. Let's ask this. Will Donald Trump serve any jail time while he appeals his hush money case? Pendulum saying no. I almost feel like it's probation or something like that. I'm sorry, you guys. I've never really felt him in jail, but I feel like the health is going to really be an issue this summer. I mean, we're already kind of seeing him deteriorate, but all right. And Jeffrey had a question. What consequences will happen to corrupt Supreme Court Judge Alito? I don't see him recusing himself, I'm sorry to say. But let's just throw cards on Alito. I've said it, I feel like there's big investigations opened into him, but other Supreme Court justices too. And it's this dark money that's coming in. Yeah, the jury votes and recommends a sentence. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, maybe it's an ankle bracelet. Like I feel like he's somehow detained with, but he's still able to kind of go and rally. I don't see them stopping him. Kim feels the energy lighter today as well. Yeah, it feels like some good news on the horizon. We definitely need it. All right, Alito. What's going on with Justice Alito? Yeah, he's gonna. Unfortunately, I don't see trouble for the flag for him stepping down. But I do see his karma catching up with him, where he's defeated and ended. But it does feel like he kind of gets away with it for a little while. I'm sorry, you guys. He's got the strength card coming in right now, so he's kind of up for the fight. There is some illumination crossing him, but the sun is also about success and kind of getting away with it. But there's action that's going to be taken against him. To me, it feels like it's kind of going forward. The Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow but steady progress to get him out of there. Our wishes will be fulfilled. But to me, it almost feels like deals that he's made coming back to haunt him and defeat him. And to me, it feels like that money. We know he's a fighter for Trump, but I feel like more information coming out too. So I see it kind of steadily, kind of information coming out about his partnerships with Trump. But I don't see him in the court for very much longer. He may be in there for a couple more years, but I feel like Thomas is going to be the first one to leave, and I felt like it's going to happen around the time of the election, either before or right after. All right. Thank you, Dempsey. The judge admonished the lawyer, Blanche, for telling the jury that they'd be responsible for sending 45 to jail. Judge told jury to ignore the comment. Yeah. Maybe the DOJ should charge the justices with federal bribery, tax evasion, deprivation of rights under the color of law. They could after impeach him after Biden wins the election with a new Congress. It feels like it takes a little bit, though. It doesn't feel like it's right when Biden comes back in. But I do see some changes in the Supreme Court, and I do see them talking about adding justices. To me, it feels more like the DOJ may investigate it, but I feel like the Senate investigates the justices first, um, and really kind of getting deep into that and giving their findings to the DOJ is what I'm feeling. But I feel like it's going to take a while. It doesn't feel like it's anytime real soon. It feels like it's more 2025, maybe into 2026. All right. Oh, I hope you're right, Deanne. I feel like he's going to stand a little bit later, but that's just my feeling. I could be wrong there. I hope you're right. No, I don't see him recusing himself. I'm sorry, Yogi. And I don't see Roberts making him recuse himself either. Alito and Thomas are very much like the same energy of like, they don't care that, that they're obstructing the law, you know, they're full on MAGA. They're not going to do anything to be fair or just, you know. Well, let's read on this. Kim wants to know Trump under medical evaluation mentally and physically. So, you guys, I'm trying to start questions and keep up with the chat so we don't have a bunch of delays. I've always felt like that's a strong possibility, Kim. We're going to use this deck. I did have a relaxing Memorial Day. Thank you, Mona. It was good to spend time with my husband's family and my family. All right. Will Trump be under medical evaluation for his health before the 2024 election? Yeah, something this summer, you guys. I did have when I was first shuffling, the tower came out, which would tell me something unexpected, but it's like something is brought into his awareness and it comes in really quickly in the 8th month. So that could be like July, August. Doesn't feel like it's good in June either, but it comes in quickly. To me, the throat chakra is blocked, so it's like something that keeps him quiet. I mean, if it was a stroke, maybe he can't speak. And then, yeah, like the brain fog, the dementia, which I've been talking about. I almost feel like he may have to have some kind of surgery too with the Ace of Swords coming in. It can indicate a surgery if you think of it as like a scalpel coming in. But yeah, it's like all that anger, all that toxicity that he has just continues to boil up till it explodes. It's interesting too, because I have the Lovers and the Two of Cups coming through. So I wonder with the health challenges, we know Melania is not going to be there to take care of him. So yeah, maybe it is some kind of um, hospital that he has to stay at. I get the moving on card, which is the 6 of Swords, but in this deck, it kind of is like going to the light, like going into the light, moving on to another dimension. I don't know if that happens beforehand or not, but I definitely feel like there's a big shock with the health for him. I'm not feeling a coma, Emmy. But yeah, we're definitely seeing him deteriorate. I mean, I think just wait till the verdict comes in. And I still feel another case coming to trial before the election. I feel like it's a January 6th case. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Christine. I really appreciate that. Blessings. All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Katie Tur either. Angela. Her and Andrea Mitchell kind of drive me crazy. So I said I had to stop watching the news because it was Trump trials 24/7, and I was just getting over it. But those two specifically really kind of irritate me. But like I said, the energy feels lighter now. I feel like there's some good news coming in for us. A good surprise. No, I don't see that, Helena. If Trump even makes it to the election in 2024, I kind of feel like he's done after that. I don't see him around long. For entertainment purposes only. I'm not wishing it. I'm just saying I don't feel good about his health. Yeah, take a cable break. Like I said, it's wrapping up now, so. And I was feeling like it might take the jury 2 days to make a decision. It felt like it didn't feel like it was immediate, but like a couple days. I think Harry Dunn lost, Leslie, and I think it was a couple weeks ago when his election was up. Somebody said that they voted for him, and I didn't feel like he was going to get the nomination, and I heard that he lost. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he lost. Um, and I think a female took it, and I think I even said on the live stream, it feels like it's between him and a female, but I don't feel the best of him actually winning. It's a shame. I don't really know who the female is. I think Harry Dunn would have done a good job, but um, there's bigger and better things for him for sure. And I feel like he may run again and be successful the next time. Oh, we have almost 700 people watching. Thank you all so much. Appreciate all the support, you guys. All right, let's look at Canon. I did hear that she ruled and denied Jack Smith's gag order without prejudice, so I guess he could bring it back up. But like I said, you guys, I feel it's just going to be one more thing. I don't think he acts quite yet. Soon, he's going to try to take it up to the 11th Circuit to get her removed. But it's like everything that she does that's, um, you know, against the rule of law, showing bias to Trump. He's documenting it, and he's going to have a long list of stuff to present of why she shouldn't be ruling over the case. All right, let's see what's going on with Cannon. I don't know if it was paperless, Debsy. Connie says prosecutor Steinglass is doing a hella job narrating what happened. He's killing it. I felt good about the prosecutors, Connie. I already read on that. I feel like the jury's really over the defense. All right. What's going on with Judge Cannon? Oh, she's getting some heartbreak, though. And she thinks she's in charge. She's got all the tools at her disposal, but this is a card of manipulating it. But I feel like there's some kind of thing coming out about a deal that she made that leads her to heartbreak, feeling defeated. Yeah, she's on a power trip, the Emperor. I'm in control. Like I said, she's in charge of everything. Ace of Cups crossing her, so emotions are going to overflow. I think she's just trying to, obviously, she's just trying to delay it till after the election. How can I hold this up? She doesn't know what she's doing either. She's in way over her head. She's not acting. She's just continuing to let it be delayed. Secrets coming out. King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there was I said it before. Entertainment purposes only, allegedly. I feel like she made a deal with Trump. It doesn't feel like it was directly with Trump, but somebody that spoke on Trump's behalf. There was some kind of deal made. But I feel like they're onto it. This is my Garland card. And she's got secrets being exposed. She's very nervous about coming out. So I feel like it's a little bit of time, but I see Jack Smith getting her off. And actually, with these kind of cards, I feel at some point being removed from the bench. I know it's not happening. We're not seeing justice as quickly as we'd like, and it gets frustrating, you guys. But just know, we have the justice card behind us. We are going to get justice. Might not be exactly everything that we want, but there will be accountability for all of these people that think they're against the law. Yeah, Cannon's not very smart. She's a puppet. This is the Arcanum deck. Water Lily says, if Jack is documenting everything, is he waiting until 45 is found guilty in the hush money case before he moves solo in appeals court? I don't feel like he's making his decisions based on the hush money case, Water Lily, but it almost feels like he wants to have, ample evidence, and he really wants to have that case there. The case isn't going to happen before the election, unfortunately, and it's really the worst case out of all of them. But I feel like once Cannon's out of the picture, I actually feel like there's maybe even more charges coming out about some of the documents and selling them, or foreign governments or adversaries having them. So it feels like it's a little bit out there still, but yeah, Jack Smith is on top of it. I wouldn't want him as a foe. He's like 20 steps ahead of Cannon, and he knows how she's going to rule because he knows that she's bought and paid for. So all right, you guys. Let's look at the Smartmatic case against Fox. I don't really, off the top of my head, remember the case, but I feel like there's even more lawsuits coming against Fox with that whole God, I don't remember what the case was that settled, but I felt like Fox paying out a lot of money But no, I haven't heard about the Smartmatic case against Fox for a while. The Dominion case. I don't see Jack Smith as an attorney general, Bruce. Although I agree with you, I think he'd be a great one. He doesn't really like the public life. He likes to kind of work in private. He doesn't like all the attention. But I do see Garland. I almost wonder if I almost feel like a female replacing Garland in Biden's second term. All right. What's the energy around the Smartmatic case against Fox? Yeah, it's like they got the ball rolling. Now they're kind of waiting for some action to be taken, but there's fiery action taken. Ace of Wands. Communications being revealed. Justice. Don't worry, Jeffrey, there's justice. It's a little slow and steady, but there's significant money being paid out. It just feels like things are kind of held up right now. Has anybody heard about the Smartmatic case recently? Are they kind of getting all the evidence and everything kind of going with that, or is there a date for the trial to start? Almost feels like it's kind of slow, and like I said, it's like a lot of the stuff has already been done, and now we're waiting for some action to come in, and then when it does, it's like things really take off. But having the justice card with that, it feels like a fair outcome. Hey, Kathy, Tracy Lee, good to see you. Yeah, I was saying I was feeling it feels like Friday. It's either the very end of May or very beginning of June, but I feel like it only takes a couple days. All right. I don't feel Fox News being directly implicated in with the January 6th trials, but I feel like there's more, definitely more legal cases against Fox News, Water Lily. They're going drop boxes. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jack might get a right of mandamus against Cannon due to her delaying the gag on Trump is endangering FBI agents right now and needs to immediately gag, not delay. Yeah, like I said, maybe it's just continuing to pile things up, and it's like, listen, we got to get her removed. To me, it feels like removal that he goes after, not getting them to overturn her ruling. So I don't know what a right of mandamus is, warm fuzzy vibes, but no, it feels like he pushes to get her removed. Oh, what's the status of Bannon? He was supposed to be in court with Mershon and his attorney Costello. They're all just all buddies, all interconnected, aren't they? I see Bannon going to jail. Like I said, I don't know about that court case, if it happened or if it got delayed, but I see him spending some jail time, and I actually feel like there's more jail time coming for him. Maybe even when he's in jail. It's like it's a longer sentence, but to me it feels like some kind of involvement with the January 6th and getting additional charges, because I think he got sentenced to 8 months, if I remember correctly. But I know I definitely see him in jail. Yeah, I don't see him taking an appointed position either, Kimberly. He doesn't really like the spotlight. It makes him a bit uncomfortable. Not to say that he can't do a great job and he's going to do his job and come out forcefully, but It's really not his vibes. Oh, Water Willie says 45's chart is really bad on Friday. Who's the assistant attorney general? Because I almost feel like maybe the assistant attorney general, it's a female if I remember correctly. I feel like maybe she's appointed to attorney general, and Garland. I don't see Biden getting rid of him, but I see Garland's kind of had enough, and so he steps down into a second term. But I can't remember what her name is. Oh, Costello is suing Bannon for not paying legal fees. Isn't that hilarious? Jeez. Mandamus. Thank you, Kelly. Elisa Monaco. Yeah, I feel like she may be the next attorney general. I think she'll do a good job too. She's very strong, but also I think very fair too. Do I see Netanyahu facing consequences regarding the latest attack in Rafah that killed? Yeah, I told you guys I didn't have a great feeling about him getting into Rafah. I think when I read on it, the tower was the first card that kind of flew out. I feel like he's going to have consequences, but I think the first thing is getting him out of there, which I see happening. To me, it feels like this summer, like August, September. So it doesn't seem like he's in there too much longer, but he's got other charges and stuff that he'll be facing too. I don't think it's this specific event that he gets, that there's charges or, um, that he gets in trouble from, but it feels like it's multiple things. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Fern L. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, what was I going to say? Something hit me and I forgot now. Something that was going on that I wanted to read on. I guess it will come back if it's important. Oh, um, the elections in the UK, which I'm not really familiar with their politics, but I remember I was feeling like an election was going to happen earlier. And is it the Labour Party that's the more democratic, more progressive party? I felt like them doing well and getting control in their government. Let's take a look at that. I think I even said I felt like it happening in the summer. Let's just see if is it Rishi Sunak is their prime minister, if he's going to stay in power. Ooh, he's not in a good place. He's trapped. Lost, defeat, the tower. People are disappointment, I think, over the economy. Does anybody know who he'd be going against? Because I feel like he's trying to push to get people money. This is like trying to a card of charity, trying to give money away to try to get him in there, give some kind of security, because people are really their pocketbooks have been hit hard and they're really evaluating this isn't working for us. But I also get too he's a bit trapped. He's stuck. This can either be loss and defeat or somebody that is a bit of a bully or kind of forcefully gets through, but there's a tower moment happening. To me, the tower is kind of like a shakeup, crumbling of that foundation and starting something new with the Labor Party. I kind of feel like he's going to lose. Hey, Jane the Seeker, good to see you. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know who the nominee will be if it's Trump that doesn't make it. It's like there's so many things going on with that still. But if I get ahead, I will definitely let you know. That energy is very unstable, though. So it's and kind of murky to kind of see through. I had always said I felt like maybe it's Tim Scott, but I also don't feel like they would go behind Tim Scott or push him through. So I was feeling like maybe he's a VP pick and then something happens with Trump. But to me, I almost feel like there's a lot of people that are writing in, like Nikki Haley or somebody else, because they're not happy. Oh, did they get him on the ballot in Ohio, Sherry? I told you I knew that he was going to be on the ballot. I hadn't heard that they put him on, so if you could just confirm that for me. But I wasn't worried about that at all, if you remember. All right. Well, I think it depends on what media station you're watching, Yogi Bear. The thing is, and the thing that drives me crazy is the media doesn't. It's all of Trump's chaos. They get sucked into it because it makes people scared and it's a big story. But meanwhile, Biden's accomplished a lot and he's gotten no credit for it whatsoever. Um, I don't see Fox News flipping on him if that's what you're asking, but I do see a lot more attention kind of, you know, being placed upon Trump from like CNN and MSNBC, but no, Fox News is all dug in. Let's take a look at Nikki Haley. I don't remember if I read on her last week. I think I might have. I'm not surprised that she supported, well, she didn't support, she's not supporting Trump, but she said she would vote for him. And I'm not surprised because I almost feel like her thinking behind is I'm going to run again for sure. So let's try to get some of Trump's base to not hate me as much. But also, if something were to happen to Trump, I'm in a better standing to get the nomination. If something happens with his health or if he's jailed and convicted, I would be like the next best person. And so I don't want to alienate all the Trump voters. It's very strategic and calculated. But honestly, I wasn't surprised that she said she would vote for him. I didn't see her voting or supporting for Biden. I think I said that when she dropped out. And really, I feel a good amount of Nikki Haley voters are more independent rather than Republican. It's a small percentage of the Republican Party, but the Republicans that voted for her are never Trumpers, and so they will not vote for him. I see some of them voting for Biden, but a lot of them not voting. But a lot of those independents that supported her, I don't see Trump picking up a bunch of her voters. I feel like more go to Biden, whether she says she's voting for Trump or not. I think a lot of those people are kind of like really annoyed and um, feel taken advantage of and kind of blindsided by her saying she'll vote for Trump. So they're not happy with her. So really, it wasn't a good strategic move. It's going to backfire. All right, you guys. Oh, Angela says the 11th Circuit has been flooded with complaints regarding Bannon. Interesting. Yeah, I'm from Ohio too. I haven't heard anything on. And that Sherry says that on AP an hour ago that Biden was put on the Ohio ballots or will be on there. Thank you for sharing, Sherry. Like I said, I haven't heard that yet, but I wasn't really that worried about it. Amen. Media outlets thrive on fear. Ignore the polls on TV. Get out and vote. Absolutely, Aries. Okay. And I think I got this prediction right too, right? I felt a woman on winning on the Democratic seat for the Maryland Senate, and Angela also Brooks won it. And wasn't there somebody else that was more favored to win? And then she won it with the polling. I mean, I felt like I feel like Angela's going to win it over Larry Hogan, but the thing is that really needs a lot of money and support, and support for campaigning and stuff, because Larry Hogan already has money for this race, and he's got that built-in support already. But I don't see Maryland going and messing up the Senate by putting a Republican in, even though he's a little bit more moderate, and he's definitely not MAGA. It feels like it's closer than it should be, though. All right, give me just 1 second. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, you guys. She's supported by Emily's List. This is the year of the woman voter. I love that, Karen. Trone was the Democrat that was supposed to get it. All right, let's see. 900 watching. Thank you guys for the support. Please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, Angela also broke. Are you going to win the race in the Maryland Senate? Yeah, Hogan definitely has the advantage money-wise. Yeah, there's a lot of collaboration, a lot of group work, support, getting her campaign out there. She's a fighter. This is victory, but it's going to be very close. It'll be closer than it should. Celebration above her, achieving her goals, accomplishing her goals. Yeah, it's a good news. It's going to be a lot of hard work. Yeah, she'll win it. 9 of Cups. Hopes and dreams being fulfilled. But at the bottom of the deck, the Temperance, it's going to be close. Two of Pentacles. Juggling the finances. She's at like a disadvantage there. Oh, thanks for subscribing, J.I. I think the Republican Party is going to implode before the election. We're already seeing it. And even more of the moderate ones. I just feel people being over and tired of the Republican Party. But he's definitely got an advantage with cash and already having that ground support that's needed. But I think Angela's going to pull off the win. And I think I said too, I felt like the only Democratic seat that would go Republican in the Senate was I felt like Joe Manchin's seat in West Virginia going red. I didn't feel like that staying blue. But my guides had told me between 2 and 4 red seats would go blue. And I've said I felt like the 4th in play would be Texas, Ted Cruz's seat. I kind of feel like Colin Allred's going to win that. Josh Hawley in Missouri feels like it's a very close race. I don't remember. Kuntz, I think, is running against him. Gloria Johnson, I actually feel kind of good about, surprisingly, and we're not hearing about her race in Tennessee. Her beating Marsha Blackburn, and then I felt like Democrats could win in Florida and get Rick Scott out of that seat. When I threw cards on it last time, it was a week or 2 ago, I kind of felt like the edge would be to Rick Scott, unfortunately. But But those are the ones that feels like competitive. It feels like at least two of those races, but possibly all four would flip, is where the energy sits. Yeah, Manchin acts like a Republican anyway, so we won't miss him. Amen. Let's rate on this. Let's see if Harry Dunn. I'm going to ask the pendulum. Will Harry Dunn run for the House in the future? Will he make another House run? I'm getting a yes. Will Harry Dunn be successful in his next election? Yes. Big yes. I don't know if it's in 2 years or if it's 4 years, but I feel like he'll run again. I almost feel like I don't know if he's already written a book. I know a lot of others around him have written books, but I almost feel like he might write a book in the meantime. Yeah, and I do see Beto O'Rourke winning public office too, Kathy. Maybe it's against Cornyn's seat, and I don't know when he's up for reelection, but I always felt Beto would be a senator at some point. Really, he should have been. I think he beat Ted Cruz in what 2020 or 2018 between us. But I felt like the energy was maybe shifting towards him for governor, but I never felt like he was destined to be the governor of Texas. And actually, I think there would have been a lot of threats that made me concerned for his safety if he did get the governorship. But I always felt like Beto would be a senator. All right. Well, let me see real quick. I'll do one more question before we wrap up, you all. Oh, Karen says, meanwhile, Trump's getting all the money from the Republican Party, and Biden and Harris are actually out there getting groundwork and have opened up more than 100 field offices in battleground states. I love it, Karen. And it doesn't just help Biden, it helps Democrats down ballot too. So I see it making a difference between all the chaos and everybody just being turned off by the Republican Party, plus all of that infrastructure for the Democratic Party. I see it really making a difference. Sure, some people aren't that happy about the economy right now. I don't see a crash. I actually feel like the economy is very strong. The stock market's strong. I feel like a lot of the inflation is corporate greed. I've said, and but I do see. I think before the election, of course, anytime we have a Democratic president, gas prices go crazy right before the election, um, because the gas companies, prefer when Republicans are in office because they can make more money and you know they've bought and paid the Republican Party. So we'll see that. But I see Biden getting a lot of the price gouging under control. All right, I think I'm going to end it there though. But I should be on Thursday night with Mel to do more politics and current events. If I didn't get to your questions, um, again, members, I have our members live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be answering some of your many personal questions, and I'll also be pulling the winner for our members free reading or Reiki giveaway. So I'll be doing both of that. I think I said it earlier. If anybody would like a reading, I did have a cancellation tomorrow afternoon. I think um, I could do a 30-minute reading at about 1 o'clock Eastern time. So if anybody's interested in that, send me an email. I don't think you can book online. And the first one that messages me will get it. And I have more availability for June. So go to my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com, if you're interested in that. And again, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, please subscribe. Um, I'm going to continue to obviously I have a lot of shows planned for June, but I am going to start to take just a tiny baby back step to focus in on um, getting a Reiki class all put together because my goal is to start teaching end of summer, beginning of fall or sometime in the fall. So I'll still be on YouTube. I'll still have my weekly show. You'll still see the collaborations, but I'm going to just take a little bit of step back just so I can more prioritize that. Um, so I have that in the works as well. But when I'm ready to share some more information on that, I'll let you all know. All right, everyone. I will see members tomorrow night and the rest of you on Thursday night with Mel. Take care, everyone. All right. Bye bye.